Hey everyone, it's Ella, and I know I've never introduced myself that way before on this channel, but I accidentally said my name like a couple of times in other videos, so at this point I'm not going to pretend I'm Sage anymore. So, I'm Ella. Nice to meet you guys, but I'm also really gay. Wow, big surprise. Today I'm going to expand on the last coming out video that I made about 2 years ago at this point, because honestly, coming out really is a journey, and I never realized it until I got to this point because it's been 2 years, but I've still been coming out almost every single day. And so much has happened in the past 2 years to expand who I'm out to. I don't know if you guys remember, if any of you saw this video, the last one, or if you end up watching it later. I had only come out to about 5 people at that time. Two of my best friends from home, actually 3 of them, and then like 2 good friends from college. So since then, I expanded it to everyone, and I'm now out to everyone. Obviously, I kind of have to come out all the time to people that I meet or people that didn't know from social media, but I am out on social media and basically everyone knows. So, and my life is so much happier now because I had not realized how much that was bringing me down, just like not telling people until after I had done it, because I just feel so much more free and so much more confident in myself. And yes, there were ups and downs to the whole process, but I know everyone says this, but it really is true that it's so much better in the end, even if you have to go through a lot of pain and a lot of difficulty in getting there. I'm fortunate enough to say that I have not lost any friends in the process. I have gotten kind of iffy with some friendships. They've gotten different. With some family members, it's been difficult, but overall, everyone's been really supportive, and I've been very lucky in that way. But so let's flash back to when I had told 5 people. It was like my best friends and everything. They were totally fine. They said that it fit me better. They knew that it was right for me. Even after that, I did have some romantic experience with guys because, I was just brought up in this really heteronormative world and neighborhood and family, and I was still not entirely confident in my own self, and I did still have the shame in the back of my mind, and I guess I did sort of try to force myself to maybe be bi, or at least like have some sort of inkling towards men, and it was damaging. It was very difficult to deal with, but eventually I got out of that hole. And then I started coming out to first more close friends from my college that I got closer to and felt that I could tell. And then I really finally came out to a lot more people in my last relationship, which originally it was a little bit forced. It was not really entirely my own choice to come out at that time. She did kind of push me into it, and that was not very good, but in the end, I am glad it happened because I was so scared. It had been like 5 years of me knowing already, and I still couldn't get myself to do it. But thankfully, she was a very outright person, and she got me to finally tell people. I first came out to a huge group of people as my sorority when I brought her to we have an annual date event called a barn dance. We actually have one every semester, and I brought my ex to the barn dance, and we did not pretend to be friends like I had done with exes in the past in front of my sorority sisters, and we were outward about everything, and I know that I got a lot of surprised and shocked looks throughout the night, but the next day the response was just so great. No one said anything bad to me. No one treated me any differently. I had some people even come up to me and say that we had been very cute together and that they were so happy for me and they were so glad that I had decided to be open, and honestly, that just made me so happy. Even a couple of months later, the best thing was this one girl actually came up to me and told me that I had made her confident enough to come out as well, and it just changed my life, you know? It was really great. So yeah, that all happened. Then I started telling even more, like, acquaintances and close friends, and just openly walking around with my ex on campus or at home. And then my mom started seeing posts on social media that seemed hinting towards the fact that I had a girlfriend, and she started asking me about it. And for a while I denied it. I said that it was like a joke. But eventually I did decide to tell them at the end of this past summer. And it was pretty tough at first because they're both very Catholic, had not had much exposure to the LGBT community in general. But in the end, it ended up being really good, and my parents are so supportive now, and they always tell me how much they are excited for me to find someone that's good for me and all those great things. So yeah, I've come a long way, and I'm excited to share it with you and let you guys know that it's great once it's over, and best of luck.